Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Cosmic Portal. Today, we want to talk about the movie Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. This movie just came out this past weekend, and it is the final Mission Impossible movie with Tom Cruise. And I will say that with a question mark because you can never tell. Um, so, I have to say, this one is a fantastic movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. This is nine, I think.
Seven.
Seven. Okay, so this is number seven. The first one came out in 1996, so almost 30 years ago. And I have to say that they have gotten progressively better, but this one was so good. I We watched it last night, and it's a 3 hour movie, but it doesn't feel like 3 hours when you're sitting there watching it. What are your thoughts about this movie?
I really, really enjoyed this movie. The TV show came out in 1966 and ran on for 7 years. Always been a fan of Mission Impossible. For a long time, I actually kind of enjoyed the first one kind of better than all of them. Then probably the second one. But this one was. I'm going to go ahead and say this one. I thought it was excellent. Mark and I went to it last night, like you said. We went to the 9:15 movie. Could not tell that this was almost a 3 hour movie. Enjoyed through the whole thing. Tom Cruise. I mean, you can look and tell that he's an older person now, but still overall physically fit. One thing I do kind of wish I would have watched the movie before this one, just because I didn't enjoy it as much as the other movies. So they kind of all kind of intertwine a little bit. So if you don't remember the one before this, you might want to watch it a little bit just to bring back some memories. But overall, I would literally go to the movies again to see this movie. I thought it was that good. We sold it in the Adobe. The seats were moving, vibrating. Go see it.
Yeah, I thought it was quite good. They, like I said, it's the number seven, the seventh one in the series. But this one kind of wraps up. It starts with the first one. There's stuff that happened in the first movie they bring up in this movie. There's stuff that happened in each one of them that they bring back up, so you get an idea of everything that he's done throughout the 30 years that they've made these movies and the career as a spy that he's had. Um, when you get to see this and everything that's affected all of the other decisions that were made in the movie. Now, I do have one gripe when I think about the movie that I kind of looked at it and I was like, well, that was getting to be a little monotonous. Was just watching Tom Cruise run everywhere. That was kind of ridiculous. I mean, yes, he is truthfully he's 61 years old. They put his age right up there on the screen. Even if it wasn't his age, it is Ethan Hawke's age. They told you what day he was born on, and you got to look at the year. So he is 61 years old, still out there running. And I'm like, you didn't have to do that. Almost every scene, run somewhere, get in the car, drive, because you're not going to get there faster than that. But other than that, I did, the other scenes were quite good. The action was well thought out and well planned. And like I said, starting with the first movie, if you'd like, yeah, go ahead and watch all of them because they're going to bring up aspects of every single movie, so you know exactly what's going on in each of the movies, which I thought was cool. Um, I would have to say out of 5 stars, I would probably give this either 5 to 4.5 stars. Like I said, my only issue was him running everywhere, but the movie in itself was awesome. Love the fight scenes, love the choreography, love the story. It is something I think was great to see, and it's something I'm excited about watching again. What about you?
I totally agree with the scoring. I will also gave it give it 4.5, 5 stars. I know what scene you're talking about with the running scene, and yes, I do kind of agree. Although I think he got like he's in the Guinness World of Records for the most running in movies or something like that, if I recall. So there was kind of one scene where it was, dude, really, other than that, I really can't think of any negatives. Bringing back some old characters, one or two new characters was nice. The scenery was nice where the movie was located. Um, just really good. I do kind of wish at the end of the movie, and there's no extra scenes, so when the movie's over, the movie's over. I would have liked for them just to once again bring up scenes from the other movies as the credits was going down. I was kind of expecting that a little bit. So little saddened they didn't show that at the end. I mean, they did throughout the movie kind of, but the seeing the credits, to see, from the first one to this one at the end, I think would have been just a little extra, yes, but overall, definitely see this. If you can see it in Adobe like we did, definitely do it. Just with the seats and how it looked on the screen and the sound, definitely was worth it.
I have to agree. I thought the scenes were fantastic. It is breathtaking. If you do get an opportunity to see it in the movies, I would definitely go see it at the movies because the experience you get there is going to be totally different from an experience you get at home. The sound, they made it especially for this type of experience to see it on the big screen. And I think you really do need to get that experience to get the true feeling of how this movie incorporates all of the scenes, because he's traveling from London to um, what is it, St. Mark's to in the middle of the ocean,
Arctic,
the
yeah.
Arctic, stuff like that. So that is always beautiful to see. Um, Again, I have no gripes about this. Please, if you do get the chance to see it, definitely watch it. Definitely watch the other ones as well. It'll give you a really good joy of seeing exactly where everything started to where it's ending, possibly ending. Uh, I think he's a little bit old and should be retired now from doing that type of stuff. I actually brought up the case maybe somebody else take over, but Tom Cruise would never do that. We just have to see what happens. So let us know in the comments what you thought about this movie if you had a chance to see it. Until next time, when we give our next review, hopefully everything goes well as also. Bye bye now.